Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Geeking Out podcast. I'm the Athletic Geek, back from a 1 week hiatus, and we are back to the Monday Night War. We are now to the 13th of November, 1995, Monday Night
The
War.
best year ever.
I mean, it had moments. It had moments.
No, no, I'm not just saying that because of, the wrestling content and just because of a awesome thing that happened in January of 95.
Um, the 49ers won the Super Bowl.
No.
Um, I give up then.
The world was cursed with the birth of me.
Let's say Danhausen.
No. His evil Canadian cousin, Donald Maison.
All right. Well, we also
I
got
will literally try to make that as a character.
we also got Curse with the Dungeon of Doom, which will be on full display here on Nitro.
I can't wait for this.
We're going to be looking at Nitro first, so pull up the 11/13/95 episode of Nitro if you'd like to watch with us. We're on the All Zeros timestamp and press play right now.
Light the fuse, bring the boom.
Nah, AEW only wishes it could have the ratings that Nitro did. Yeah,
I seriously I love this intro.
I threw some shade at AEW fans. Maybe you shouldn't tell me I'm stupid for thinking that any promotion was ever better than AEW.
All right, and where are we at?
Speaking of AEW.
Oh, come on, again? Weren't we just in Jacksonville on the Nitro tour?
Were we?
I was almost like, do I have the right episode on? Like, didn't they not have an episode in Jacksonville like a month ago or so? I know they're targeting like the South Corridor because that's WCW territory, but there comes a point when your audience is going to get tired of seeing you guys every other week. Minus AEW and Daly's Place, but that's because of circumstances around that time. But still.
It obviously was working or they wouldn't have done it.
Aww. I will admit, Crypto the Super Dog, he is cute.
And here we go. We're just starting off hot with this.
Shakes in fear just because Hulk Hogan is walking around with the power of the trading everyone.
What are you praying to now, Hulk? Because I heard Hulk converted to Scientology.
Why does it look like a Hulk Hogan impersonator is playing that guy?
Is he going to use that fucking sword? He would have used that against the Giant, he wouldn't have lost.
I think there's a certain Nintendo character looking for his sword right now.
Link?
Yep.
I like how he has the bandana on with that mask.
That's Hogan, clearly.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
Hulk Hogan is going on.
Hogan, we know it's you. It's not like the Mr. America gimmick, which that was intentionally funny.
I don't think we're supposed to think it's anyone else, but yeah.
This almost looks like he's joined the Dungeon of Doom. What's going on here?
I can't quite explain this part.
Yeah, aren't you like hoping to get a rematch clause with the Giants?
No, that they're doing the winner of the World War III Battle Royal gets the title.
Right.
The title got held up, remember?
Yeah.
Bruce fast, Bruce swift. Bring me the head of Ming on a silver platter. And what is the Dungeon of Doom gonna do when the Macho Man and Hulk Hogan take the darkness of the Doom?
What? That was Hulk Hogan all along?
I don't think we were ever supposed to doubt it was Hulk Hogan. I just don't understand why he was dressed that way.
Hey, kids, here's a fun fact. Hulk Hogan was a former world champion on the WWF.
Yeah, but they're here telling you that WCW is better, you know. Kind of like how AEW does. Oh yeah, screw the fact they were world champion elsewhere. Did you know they held the AEW title?
Did Bishop just say speaking of ratings?
I didn't see that part or hear it, so. But here comes Ming, formerly known as Haku, and then known as Haku again afterwards. I wonder if Cody Rhodes ever found out what his problem was. Actually, Ming slash Haku is a pretty nice guy if you ever get a chance to meet him, but he will murder you.
Wasn't he at StarCast?
He was at StarCast, but I met him at an indie show a couple years ago, and he was a.
I was like, I met him and God.
Yeah, I didn't meet. I kind of saw them after the show, but I didn't pay to meet them. But I paid.
I bought like a meet and greet to see them.
Oh, okay. I just met Haku at a local show, and he's a really nice guy. But then you hear about like all the things he could probably do to murder you with his bare hands before you even realize he's being murdered.
Well, we got a sneak attack. Oh, smart.
All right, well, starting out hot with Macho Man.
And that was the slowest throw to the goal post or to the ring post. Gotta love the ref, like
the bell hasn't rang.
Throwing the mullet on.
Yeah,
donning the mullet.
Hey, mullets are coming back. I mean, Connor Daly had a mullet and he rocked it well.
I'd rather just be happy with my long flowing hair.
In 1995, I think a lot of people had mullets then.
I thought it was the 80s that brought the mullet.
80s did, but they were still holding on in the mid 90s until I think by the
90s brought us the Rachel.
I think by the next year, everybody was out of the mullet phase. This was like the last hanger on of the mullet.
Oh, and he got him right in the Taskmasters.
Wouldn't that be his nuts?
Yes. Yeah, that's why I called him. He landed on his Taskmaster.
I thought like he punched him in the Taskmaster. Like, he punched him in the face. Hey, there's somebody else I met at that same India hit, Jimmy Hart.
I was like, why weren't you in the entrance?
Because the Taskmaster was with him. Nick Patrick is going to become a much bigger. The referee is going to become a much bigger part of WCW programming in a year.
I see.
I'm just gonna warn you about that now. I'm just gonna let you sit on that one and wonder how's the referee, that referee in particular, going to become a bigger part of WCW programming.
Finger poke of doom.
That's still a little ways away. Well, not quite that far.
I think this was about a month or so ago. A friend of mine from the Cleveland Monsters community, like he follows wrestling, but like casually, not like we are. But he was shown the finger poke of doom, and his reaction was literally, "What the fuck?"
So it was all the people that tuned into Nitro that night.
Well, it's an okay match on the
So
fighting
far,
part at least.
so far so good. Wish somebody put that megaphone. Never mind.
He's kicking him in his rib cage.
And then his armpit, apparently, according to Bischoff.
Yeah.
I might have, used some Bischoff words to throw some shade at some people who...
Oh. Let's see. Oh, and missed.
Throw some shade at people in the AEW community who discredit WCW because of Bischoff, but... Bischoff also doesn't know what he's talking about in this day and age and was a bad commentator.
Okay, didn't these guys just say a moment ago they were going to go to commercial?
Yeah, but I'm kind of glad they didn't.
It's not. Right?
I'm glad they didn't treat it like an AEW women's match.
Oh, no, even better. The previous Daytona 500s.
Or that, yes.
Yeah. Oh, and it's the Shark. Oh, and we got Lex. Yeah, I forgot you joined the Dungeon of Doom.
Yep.
Hey, I thought we were going to commercial. I want to see those brilliant advertisements about World War III.
I wonder how they stack up in comparison to the Halloween Havoc ads.
Yeah. And that's going to happen.
Yeah. Under different circumstances, it'd probably be a good match.
Oh.
Yeah, here we go.
W declares war. Oh, boy. 3 rings. Cool.
Remember when this pay-per-view was a thing? I remember back when this pay-per-view was happening, I'm like, but what if World War III happens? And then, like, now in this day and age, I'm like, oh, well then.
This day and age
it might actually happen. All right, we got Kensuke Sasaki, who's a very good wrestler. I've seen a lot of his work from Japan, a lot of his stuff in New Japan and Pro Wrestling Noah. I haven't seen his All Japan work.
I was going to joke and say, like, what's a cable operator?
See, back in the day, we didn't have these streaming services. We had to call the cable company and go, "Hi, we would like this pay-per-view. We live at this house. Please give us access to it."
Here comes Yellow Trunks.
The best was when you I didn't get the pay-per-view, but sometimes they'd have you'd be able to get a scrambled screen, and I'd be able to hear the action, so I'd listen to the pay-per-view.
So we got a match. This is hopefully going to be good.
I mean, if it wasn't for some tragic circumstances, we'd probably really enjoy this.
Yeah. And if it wasn't for some tragic circumstances, his theme music literally would have been at my number 10. One of my top 10.
His WWE or his WCW one?
No, WWE. I'm sorry, I love like Our Lady pieces, whatever.
Yeah.
And like even like after his tragic circumstances, like I would still love listening to that song if it were made available, but well,
it's available on,
as the title literally goes, whatever.
Well, unfortunately, it's gotten new life on TikTok in a very tasteless way. Somebody would, and again, I'm not saying that I like this, but people have now started posting on TikToks, like, pictures of their kids, like, doing something very awful, and then, like, has their reaction, and then they start playing that theme.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
This is why I deleted my TikTok. It's just, I just don't care.
I just couldn't get into TikTok. I couldn't get into lip syncing things and you know, a bunch of dances. I just not for me.
No, I was gonna say his initials. Did CB ever become world champ on WCW?
Yes, his very last night in the company, and then he walked out. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, he became world champion. Then him, Malenko, Guerrero, Perry Saturn.
Oh, nice counter.
A bunch of guys all walked out after he won it because he said he didn't feel like they were actually putting stock into him. He just thought that they were doing it to pacify him.
I think your dog agrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, jeez. So faster suplexes than Brock Lesnar.
No, that's over.
Wait, what?
Yep. So there you go. They didn't give this match any time, really. But Sasaki wasn't like as big of a deal as he would become.
Yeah, Canada.
Yeah, it's true. I guess that didn't happen on Nitro when they brought him into the Four Horsemen.
Here we go. We got Eddie against
Johnny B. Bad.
Johnny B. Bad. Okay. All right. I'll be excited for that match. Saturday night.
Oh, there we go.
If only we could get Saturday night.
Yeah.
On the Peacock.
Or at least from 1995. There's some Saturday nights on there, just not 1995s.
And that was like their 1 hour show, right?
They're both 1 hour. This was like I said, their B show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or what would become the equivalent of their B show.
Would those be like on the tape delay? Like they would film like WCW Saturday night and then they would do Nitro next?
They'd show Saturday night on Saturdays and then Nitro on Mondays.
Well, would they film it before they do Nitro though?
They filmed Saturday nights. I want to say they filmed it from like a different location.
Oh,
because
I was gonna say like when we have like
it had a different set and everything.
Yeah, well, it's like when we have like AEW Dark being filmed, and then you get Dynamite, and then Rampage.
They didn't start doing. They didn't do that with Thunder until much later in WCW. They'd tape Thunder and Nitro on the same night.
What the fuck? Eddie didn't get an entrance?
Apparently not.
Oh. What's the deal with the fucking frisbees?
I mean, Leaping Lanny Poffo threw frisbees.
Yeah, all right, for the television championship. All right, let's go, Eddie. Who didn't get an entrance because, he's clearly not an afterthought in wrestling.
Yeah, but this was still his. At this point in time, Johnny B. Bad was still a bigger star in the United States than Eddie.
Fair point.
Yeah,
so I'm sure the Hardys got like the same treatment on their early career.
Oh, yeah, they did. In fact, as we watch Raw, we're probably going to see the Hardys a couple times.
All right.
As in that role.
They've been like fighting since '93, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they would do
really 30 years.
Yeah, they would do enhancement matches.
Oh, there you go. Come on, Eddie. I got a top 10 idea, like feel good moments in wrestling. Like whether it's like a championship match or just moments that just felt right to like watch or witness. I don't know.
Some people would definitely have a problem with a couple of mine.
I just saw there's like a lady in the audience that had like a teal blue shirt, just both her arms crossed, and be like, man, I skipped movie night to watch a wrestling show or something. It's like literally just stern face. It's like, why am I here? Yeah, I'm sure I got some controversial ones too.
Well, one of mine involves Cody Rhodes, and nothing feels good about him. He's a traitor.
Okay, anyone who's saying that, like, like someone was released from WWE, but they're fighting the Indies, like, oh, they're a traitor. They left WWE. It's like, who gives a shit?
I feel like that logic only applies with AEW.
Yeah. Something's going on with Dynamite lately. Like I have been watching like the highlights. They got some good stuff. Something's going on. Oh, nice throw from Gianni.
Oh, that was a cool move.
Oh, there we go. Oh, let's go, Eddie. Nope. Did Eddie like try to like pinch his chest or something? What?
I didn't quite see that.
I don't know what that roll was. Let's see. Yeah. Hey, whoa. And Johnny B. Bad has won the Royal Rumble. I would honestly laugh so hard if that is how a Royal Rumble ends.
Well, and we're going to be watching this one here pretty shortly, but in 96...
Yeah, in a couple weeks. But yeah, no, just like a Royal Rumble, it ends with like, they're going to like, literally someone just ducks. Not even doing anything, they just fly out of the ring on their own.
Well, Stone Cold, well, he wasn't Stone Cold Steve Austin then, but like in the 96 Royal Rumble, Steve Austin as the ringmaster was supposed to be like one of the final four, but then like he slipped and messed up and ended up getting eliminated earlier than he was supposed to.
See, I feel like Battle Royale is like planning those out must be insanely impossible.
Oh yeah, it's speaking of traitors Cody Rhodes, there's like an interview with him like talking about how like hard it is to like wait for the Royal Rumble and how that was to plan that out and everything.
Yep. Well, this has been awesome so far, honestly.
It's been a good match.
Nope. Oh. Oh. It's kind of in his name.
And he's
uncharacteristics.
And he's a former Golden Glove boxer, so of course he would do that.
That is a boxer, you say. Maybe he should have been part of Brawl for All.
I can't remember if he was or not.
I don't think he was. I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't really. I tried not to remember the Brawl for All.
I think everyone blocks that out. Oh, let's go, Eddie. Yes, come on. No, let him fight. It is literally a wrestling match.
You're not supposed You're not supposed to use closed fist strikes, technically.
Okay then. Oh. Hey, whoa! Please don't tell me. Okay, I was thinking there was gonna be a disqualification.
And also, when you're in the ropes, you're technically supposed to break. So I mean, you know, that's the rules.
Eddie. Bobby Heenan trying to lecture us about rules.
Well, he was talking about Mongo being suspended in his NFL career at times.
10-minute time limit?
Yeah, they were always 10-minute time limits in TV title matches.
Oh, interesting. I don't know, I guess I'm just used to the 20-minute time limit. Oh.
You gotta remember, most wrestling shows were only an hour then, so 20 minutes would be like, with commercials, that'd be half the show.
Oh, we got Pile Driver. Whoa! Yeah, firstly, I laugh at how the referee just like flipped over.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's go, Eddie. Honestly, like, Fantasy World, like, imagine Undertaker and Eddie at Mania.
I'm sure that would have been great.
Like, that maybe would have been
or just Undertaker and Eddie ever. Like in a big singles match.
Have they actually never fought before?
I think they've had matches, but never like a big one on a pay-per-view.
Well, I'm just thinking like Mania, what would have been?
Yeah, Mania, but like just if they just would have got like a pay-per-view.
True.
Got 30 seconds left.
Oh, mid-air collision. This is literally going to end in a time limit, won't it?
Yeah. But that's actually not a bad call. Because
it makes 3, 2, 1, and that's it.
Because Guerrero's still fairly new to WCW at this point. So if you're not ready to put the belt on him yet, rather than have him lose, have it go the time limit. You like hockey? Aren't there ties in hockey still?
No, thank God. I fucking hated ties in hockey.
There's still ties
But
in the
there are
NFL,
ties
though.
in soccer, what we call them draws.
There's ties in the NFL still.
Because ties are often rare in the NFL.
Yet there's been one pretty well every season for the last few years.
So Johnny B. Bad is the winner.
Well, he retains the title because,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Because
That's good sportsmanship.
Because it was a time limit draw.
Oh. Speak for yourself, Bobby. I mean, God rest your soul, but yeah. I want to talk about being a loser. I'm looking at one.
Bobby's not a loser. He's the greatest manager of all time. The fact that you're getting pissed off about it shows Bobby Heenan's great at his job.
Really? Oh, hey, we got the giant in the background. Wait, what's going on here? Okay, screw about Hogan next week. What's going on in the background? Come on. Come on. Thank you. I don't give a shit what you just said.
The big giant.
Oh, we're so close. We're so close.
About 4 years away, but sure.
Yep.
You sold him down the river. You know me, Gene. Coming from you, baby, that's the best compliment I have ever had in my entire life. You know me, Gene. Why is Kevin Sullivan and Jimmy Hart the two smartest men in the history of professional wrestling?
Debatable.
They're heels. They're saying things.
I know. I'm allowed to criticize. Please never laugh again, Jimmy.
That's another one of the greatest managers of all time, Jimmy Hart.
10 years, I lay awake every night trying to figure a way to end Ultimania. Yes.
By literally wearing his colors? I would like to know how much those Hogan WCW jackets might go for off eBay.
I mean, if Jimmy Hart ever sells one, they were kind of special for him. They were specially made for Jimmy Hart.
The only thing that means anything in this sport is the WCW World Heavyweight title. And then, right here, right now, is the winner. Just hand the belt over. Give it to him.
Okay, so are you gonna like burn that jacket, put it in the garbage? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll find out.
It's like this, Eugene. That 60-man battle war. There's going to be competition sky high. But when it's all sad and dark, there can be only
What?
Ultimate, the Hulk Hogan legend.
I literally thought Kevin Sullivan was having a seizure.
Oh no, he's making fun of Hulk Hogan dying. Ooh, Sting and Malenko.
Also, okay, I don't know why I thought we were at the end of the show soon. It's like, okay.
Well, how much time? They're probably not going to have a whole lot of time for a match, but
Well, just something. I also thought Dean was having like a moment, or it was like he's seen the light. I don't know. Like the people who are like crying at televangelist events. So if you want to talk about scam artists, yeah. Oh God, great. One thing I always hate about watching Nitro is American males and this stupid song.
yeah. Well, this song's great. It does this and it does that.
It gets me nothing.
It does this and it does that.
Nope.
He loves his honey.
It doesn't do it for me.
He loves to rock.
Well, knowing the 90s, I wouldn't be surprised. And knowing what I saw recently, I really wouldn't be surprised.
What? Is Sting still in love
Cocaine
with the
Bear.
Cocaine
Bear.
I was gonna say, is Sting still in love with Coco?
Sting is in love with Coco. And something else that involves certain juice that you stick up your butt.
I'm sure a lot
Thank you, the wrestler.
A lot of wrestlers were on that stuff back in the day.
I know.
So you name it, they probably did a cycle of it at some point in time.
Yep.
I'm not going to throw any accusations, but I think there's still probably a lot of wrestlers, including ones that you wouldn't think of, that are still doing it now.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Well, you want to hear here's a controversy. Here's some that might actually get me canceled. My only gripe with steroids, or with people using steroids, are because they're illegal. That's like my only problem with it. To me, like, if you want to take steroids, especially like in wrestling where you're not getting any unfair advantage, if they were legal, take steroids. I don't care. Like, it's your body. You're the one that's going to have to deal with the consequences of doing that. You know, it's no different than drinking alcohol or anything else. Like, okay, you know, if it
depending on your state, legally smoking pot.
Yeah. You know, if you want to take steroids, take steroids. Like, if that is what you want to do to look a certain way, have at it. My only, like, gripe with people doing it's because it's literally against the law.
And also the fact that the side effects will literally make you feel and play like shit.
Yeah, unless you just want more swing behind your bat. But, like, you know, in wrestling, okay, take steroids. That's your call there. That's your call, bro or, sis. If you want to take steroids, take steroids.
We'll say, like, on that note, like, I am still, like, pissed at certain superstars, or not superstars, but, like, certain baseball stars that take it and they just ruin the game for me. And I'm not calling it, this is not me calling out St. Louis' best, because I know which one, but he was still cool. But just like Barry Bonds, literally, you're only famous for those home runs, breaking Hank Aaron's record. But in this case, that's a gigantic asterisk on that stat.
Oh, I agree.
And of course, Aroyd, Alex Rodriguez. I don't care. I am happy he has turned things around, being a good businessman and all that, but I still fucking hated his guts in baseball.
Yeah, that Rene Rod fan.
Yeah. Right. Meanwhile, oh jeez. Almost. You know, what would have been honestly the perfect Super Bowl commercial? Sting the singer and Sting the wrestler. Just I don't care what the product is. That would just be amazing.
Well, you know how in WWE they called Sting the Vigilante?
Yeah.
Is that because he no longer wanted to be around the police?
Ah. There was actually one robot that I really liked from Robot Wars, and its name was Stinger. Really didn't do like much, but it was still actually a pretty handy robot.
Hmm.
Yep,
I just remember Circle a lot.
everybody does. I gotta start dedicating more time for BattleBots. Like I just get so distracted with
I,
other. I
I
forget that's
kind
on
of
Thursday nights.
I kind of got over that. I liked Robot Wars better than BattleBots, but that may or may not have
I
been
mean,
because of
same here. There's just a problem. The BBC keeps canceling them.
well, and it doesn't have Mick Foley anymore, so it's not as good.
Well, it's because he hosted Extreme Warriors, which was the U.S. version.
Yeah, and
Well, I'm a Craig Charles guy.
I remember when they show the episodes of the British version, they would just insert China in for.
Wait, what?
Yeah, China was like a host whenever they would like bring the British on Spike when they do the British version without Mick Foley. They
No,
would
I,
just
I
use like
remember.
China. They'd use China in the bumpers instead of Mick Foley.
Interesting. No, I remember like my Saturday nights. It was always oh,
Three.
Cole Pin.
Still a good match
You're
despite a
the
Robot Wars
winner.
tangent. That was a really good match.
There you go. But yeah, it would be like 7 o'clock. Literally, I will still remember the specific times. I just remember another 6 or 7, but anyways, it was Space Channel would always have Robot Wars on, and then at 8 p.m., Spike, or actually no, the former TNN network would show Robot Wars Extreme Warriors.
What we got going on here after Nitro? Is that the end of it? Nope, we got
Uh,
more. We have
yeah,
more.
more. Okay, I'm just no, and I got the Stinger interview. We saw what happened at Halloween Havoc. Jimmy Hart, the gutless coward on Hulk Hogan. Hogan, because of that dubious clause in the contract, premeditated, I might add, Jimmy Hart got it in there. Hogan no longer the world heavyweight champion. That belt up for grabs. The winner of World War III, the 60-man battle royal, Mongo, will become the new world heavyweight champion. All right, folks, if you've ever complained on the amount of competitors in the Royal Rumble, well, WCW doubled that.
Yep.
Hulk Hogan is tired of all these agendas in the WCW, and he is going to go down the list and take care of every one of them personally. What's up with Luger and Sting? I don't really. What's up with that? No, stop. Let's go now to a man who will tell us. Speak, Chiyoko. I thank you very much, Eric Bischoff. And by the way, during the course of this hour, on the horn, WCW's great Hulk Hogan asking about this man and actions last week, where you actually walked out of the building with Lex Luger. Hogan has stated that next week, live on WCW Monday Night Roasting, he wants you one-on-one. What's going on? What's going on with you right now? Let me just start out by saying, Hogan, I got nothing against you, man. I don't know where you're coming from. I never dreamed in my wildest dream that you, Hulk Hogan, would ever come knocking at my door looking for me. Never dreamed it. Well, long-term story-wise, does set up one of the best robberies in WCW.
Not quite yet.
I said long-term storytelling-wise.
I don't think that story was thought of yet.
All right.
Here at World Championship Wrestling, I'm a big dog, buddy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The list that have come and gotten in my face over the years, because like they say, this is where the big dogs play. My list is pretty long, Hulkster. And I ain't gonna walk away. I'm gonna do the same thing I've done all along. Hulk, as a matter of fact, I'm kind of looking forward to it. Sting, if I can interrupt, I have always contended if it looks like a rat, if it smells like a rat, and if it quacks like a rat, you can rest assured that it is a rat.
If it quacks like a rat, what?
I don't think there's any reason why the Hulkster and the Stinger can't get this squared away. If it has to be right here in the ring, then so be it. I'll see you next week. I'm the big dog, remember?
This is my yard now.
No con man there for Bischoff. You sure about that, Gene?
What to make of the situation? Facts. Let's look at the facts. Sting walked out with Lex Luger. That's a fact. Sting broke the whole.
Maybe they just caught them without knowing they broke kayfabe.
Bobby, I can't read his mind, but Hulk Hogan is one individual that wants his answers, and he's going to get him in the ring. Hogan's getting paranoid now. His manager stabbed him in the back. His friends are turning on him. This guy doesn't like him. This guy.
Oh, this is good. Okay, this is ending.
And it's all coming your way next week, right here, WCW Monday Nitro Live.
All right, so that is Nitro. Now we move over to the WWF side of things, and we go to Monday Night Raw.
Where am I go? Are you playing now, or?
Well, I gotta pull it up. I gotta pull it up. Yes, it is the season 3, episode 43 episode of Monday Night Raw. Give me a minute to put that up.
Good.
Maybe I'm doing the little loopy deal. All right, I am on the.
I'm on the dark side.
Yep, I am on the all zeros timestamp, and you can press play right now.
Now get the jaws from my generation.
I never liked
Sorry,
that.
I'm always gonna love Across the Nation.
I never liked that one. I honestly never liked that song.
Oh, 2-3 Kid. Tour de Force?
Yeah.
Perhaps still the best of friends, had several unfortunate confrontations, shall we say, leading interim WWF President Ronald Monsoon.
There was an actual emblem.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Mr. Monsoon is taking no chances. On this morning, he declared that tonight's Razor Ramon Psycho Sid match with the Kid as guest referee will no longer be full-time. The saga unfolds tonight.
Wait, so it's non-title match, right?
Yeah, there. Because he was he was saying that because of the drama between the 1-2-3 Kid and Razor Ramon, it would be in the interest of fairness not to make it for the title since he's the referee.
Yep. Break it down,
I mean, that's where they got all that footage from, yeah.
I know. I'm sorry. Thank you, DX. That I just can't look at that intro anymore without thinking it's the DX video.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, just for if they want to do another old school Raw, do it on Titan Tower. I want to see that. If you can do that for COVID, you can do that with an actual crowd on the apartment building.
They may not be able to sell as many tickets.
Do it for charity. I don't know.
That's funny. You think they'd actually do that?
I mean, they do tribute to the troops.
That's funny. They don't do it anymore. Or at least they don't go overseas for it anymore.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about this.
Yep. Henry O. Godwin versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Your bucket's leaking, by the way.
Yeah.
I would love to see just one night only Triple H just go back to like the first Hunter Hearst Helmsley gimmick. Just perfume and everything.
That would, I mean, you can't wrestle anymore, but if they were do like a Firefly Funhouse match with them like they did Cena, that'd be perfect.
Good point. I just thought of a bad joke. I'm not going to say anything.
Probably can't, you probably shouldn't tease the people like that.
Let's say he's like invoking like his inner gorgeous George.
Oh, yeah.
I was actually about to say. How would that be disqualification?
I guess it could hinder the opponent's vision.
Oh boy. Come on, sure. Oh, okay, bye.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a botch or if that was a sell. That was
I think
beautiful.
that was a sell, but yeah, that was good.
That's a great sell. All right. Oh, come on. I want to see where this goes. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Oh, here it is.
That's a great sell. Or I don't know if maybe that was a legit
I don't know.
fall.
If it was, it worked out well, didn't it?
Oh, that screams 90s so big.
Oh, yeah.
Time.
Especially with the WrestleMania, the arcade
hey,
game.
WrestleMania, the arcade.
Yep.
That's how we met.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So, we gonna do a stream of that, or?
Oh, we are. Yeah, we're gonna do Survivor Series '95. Sure. Yeah, we're doing the whole thing through the Monday Night War, the good and the bad.
Oh yeah.
Look at the team: Shawn Michaels, Ahmed Johnson, Psycho Sid, and the British Bulldog all on one side. Now let's take you back to Superstars this weekend when Psycho Sid and the $1 Million Man.
You know, I would honestly like to see like Raw or SmackDown bring something like this back.
I'm telling you right now, Jim Cornette, and he's telling you too. Don't cross us. You see what I mean?
Hey, that was Jim Ross in the middle.
Yeah.
Who's Dean Douglas?
Shane Douglas, and that was his gimmick in the WWF.
Okay.
Though.
Oh. Shane Douglas, I know.
That might be my least favorite wrestler of all time.
Ahmed Johnson?
No, Shane Douglas.
Okay. Hitman hockey jersey, and that was an actual hockey team in Calgary. Still is.
It still is?
Oh, yeah. Nothing more badass than a junior hockey team named after a wrestler. That, for a while, was owned by that wrestler.
Yeah.
So is this pre or post HBK going like born again?
Pre.
Okay.
Significantly pre.
Which I don't mind. Like, I think he had a good turnaround for his life.
Yeah, this was I want to say if it was the height of Sean's personal demons, but the demons were there.
Yeah. Nice showstopper.
So that's actually one thing I never liked wrestlers saying, like, bragging, like, we had a good match. It's like, that's not your goal. Your goal is never to have like, if you're playing football and you play a good game and you lose, you lost. You know? So, like, I don't like in pro wrestling like that. We stole the show. We had a good match. It's like, okay, well.
You still lost.
Yeah, the Eagles had a good game with the Chiefs. They still lost.
Why does it look like Moose?
That's not Moose.
I know. Okay, you know what? No, Moose looks like a doppelganger of Ahmed Johnson. The muscles, the ring gear.
That's a tremendous insult to Moose. Ahmed was like so bad, he's hilarious. Like, especially like with his interviews.
I just realized I don't think Raw said where they were this week.
It's probably still now. Raw was still doing taping, so they probably.
I know they were doing taping,
so
but I don't know.
They probably just didn't do that, so it wouldn't draw any more attention to the fact that they were not a live show. They just tape.
Yeah, they are still in Brandon, Manitoba, Canada.
Yeah, so they're just they don't want
to. Bad idea. Yeah. All right, okay, well, go steal. Oh, you fucked up. You fucked up. Okay. Go, Jake. Let's go. Upset alert.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Jake Steele has like a very indie like jobber sounding name.
Yep.
Ahmed Johnson, after I saw you slam Yokozuna, I know for sure that this Sunday at Survivor Series, with your strength and my athleticism, you and I will definitely survive.
No. Promos during matches, while the match is still going on, that would be still something good.
They only had an hour to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I am glad they've kind of gotten.
I'm sure Rampage can do something.
I'm kind of glad they got away from some. That's one thing about old wrestling. I'm glad they don't do anymore.
just realized they mentioned him, but yeah, Owen Hart is not in the Hall of Fame, and according to his widow,
he never will
doesn't
be.
want him in there.
She does not want Owen in there. And we're not here whether to debate whether that's good or bad or wrong or right, but it's never going to happen. At least not the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and if WWE wants to make a legitimate Hall of Fame,
I don't think she'd care about that either.
well, I'm just saying in general now, it's like WWE should get a legit Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And it took NASCAR a very long time to get their own Hall of Fame. Okay, I will admit the tuxedo that Vinnie Mac is wearing, that is cool.
the 90s Raw tuxedo.
Oh, yeah. That's honestly cool. And there's the anti-WCW poster we saw from last week.
Yep.
Or from last time, at least.
He's huge. Look at him. He's huge.
What in the hell? Ooh. A Diesel calendar.
A WWF calendar.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. What do we got? Okay. Ooh, okay. Nice 90s photoshopping.
All right.
Diesel. There's Undertaker, okay. When did he have a Harley?
Phone number no longer active. Don't call trying to buy the calendar.
Now, why would I not want a calendar from 1996?
Yeah.
Especially since Bret Hart is January. That's awesome.
What's funny is, like, probably some of the guys that were there on that calendar weren't going to be around in 1996 when it got to their month.
It's interesting. Huh?
Face to face coming at you.
It's the most honored athlete in Federation history. Excellence of execution to bring you down.
And 2 years later would get screwed.
No, he just tapped
out to his move. Don't you dare make that joke. Don't you dare make that joke.
He just tapped out to his own move. He just couldn't handle it anymore.
I love that Hitman jersey.
I can't remember what Canadian team Stu Hart played for.
Can't remember which what?
What Canadian football team Stu Hart played for. I think Calgary.
Let's see.
Well, hang on. We got a good promo here, or maybe a good promo. It could be a bad promo. I don't know.
The best there ever will be. I think everybody in the World Wrestling Federation is entitled to their own opinion. I think Brett's one of the best there has ever been, but right now Big Daddy Cool's kind of got away with that belt, and I think I'm pretty darn good. But you think, off the two, obviously you're the best there is. Right now, but, and as it relates to the best there ever will be. That's the decision. Bret Hart, how do you respond to the fact that many would say justifiably, Big Daddy Cool Diesel is known as the leader of the new WWF generation? Well, I don't know what that makes me then, Again, it goes going back to the time, go back to Survivor Series when I lost the World Wrestling Federation Championship belt to Bob Backlund. I've always had a problem with that. Mother, you never, she was never designed or supposed to be a ring to be official in any way. I always had a problem with the fact that I lost that title in the first place. And for me, I should have have always been the champion from that point on.
Oh, Brett, always whining. Even before his heel turn, he was whining.
So FYI, Stu did not play Canadian football.
I thought he did.
But he did serve in the Royal Canadian Navy during World War II. That is amazing.
Cool. I always thought Stu played football somewhere.
Yeah.
Respect, Brett. Neither did you beat him. Well, for the same reason, but I don't think it's a coincidence that after that match, I mean, I don't doubt for a second that was the best match. Of all the matches I've seen him have, I think that was one of the hardest fought, the toughest fought, and I didn't get a rematch after that. Well, that's what I don't remember him asking. You know, don't too Shawn Michaels gave you a lot of money too. So in any event, it all comes down to this, gentlemen, and it seems as though that the temperament here with both of you seems to have been on it.
Yeah, but nowadays we have interviews for the same persons in the same building, and what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
None whatsoever. I have nothing but the utmost respect for Diesel. I think he's a great wrestler. I think that to have held the championship and the title for as long as he has for just about a year. Remarkable accomplishment. But I will say this much for Diesel in reference to Shawn Michaels. I think Diesel's done very well against big guys that are his size when it comes down to technical wrestling, skilled technical type of wrestling. Just got by.
Yeah, I just thought of something. Like, who would be in their prime? Who was the better heel, Bret Hart or Edge?
I don't know. It depends, because if you ask a Canadian, Bret was never a heel.
That is why I'm asking the American audience or those outside of Canada.
I think I'd go with Edge over Bret.
Same, actually.
Because for that very reason, Edge would go to Canada and still be a heel, whereas Bret's gimmick was I love Canada, America is bad. So when he went to Canada, he was a god. So you're only a heel to part of the audience that way, whereas Edge would still go to his home country and be booed.
Or like Christian when AEW finally went to Toronto and he just make a cheap heat on the Maple Leafs.
Well, at WrestleMania 18, his cheap heat was saying that when he became a big star, he no longer needed that garbage city of Toronto, and he moved to Florida. And then they introduced him, as now hailing from Tampa, Florida.
I should remember, they did a Edge's better chant. Which, on the contrary, kind of is.
I do think, I'm not a big Kevin Nash fan, but I do like that part of the story where Kevin Nash actually literally says, my goal is just to end this early. I'm not trying to, win on points or, put on a good match. I'm here to win. And my goal is to use my power and just end it early. It's I like that sort of thing in wrestling because, your goal shouldn't be to have a good match. Your goal should be to win.
I'm just realizing this interview is going on way too long.
Well, they got to get all this going on. They need to set the stage for this match to get people to care about it. But if on a 1 hour show, if this were a 2 hour Raw, I wouldn't see any problem with it at all. With it being a 1 hour, I kind of half see what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, even for if it was hour and a half, it's kind of wrap it up here. But
no, I think it's fine. I feel like I'd rather see them build the basis for their match a lot more than seeing a jobber squash match with Bob Sparkplug Holly and some local jobber. You know what I mean?
Especially knowing that this is taped they could have maybe like split the interviews in half. It's like here's part one of the interview, part two, and
But they
then
don't. It's taped, but they don't want you to believe it's taped. They want you to
okay,
think. They want you to think that it was 4 different episodes from 4 different cities. Kind of like when we've had to, record two.
minus seeing maybe the four same people every week.
But they're still making. They're still going under the illusion that's like, no, it's live. See, the only time like that illusion was broken was when Eric Bischoff just said, "I'm just going to give away Raw's results."
And then one fateful night sealed everything.
Question lies in my mind, can I beat this man? Now, I'm not going to sit over and say that he hasn't given me 2 dog fights and he hasn't given me 2 wars. I'm not going to say that because it's been a war. There's going to be one again. The thing is, I'm bigger, stronger, and smarter than I was a kid.
If you're hearing background noise, sorry, my neighbors are somehow being noisy.
What makes Bret Hart tick? Why does Bret Hart reach for this brass ring, if you would, one more time? Is it the money? Is it the glory? What is it, Bret? What's driving you? Certainly not the money.
Ask again in 2 years.
Yeah. Well, he didn't want to leave, but when WCW offered him that much money, it'd be silly not to take it.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, for the last year, Diesel's been walking around with my title, my championship belt.
The moment somebody makes a bold idea to make a movie centered around the Montreal Screwjob, that will be very interesting.
I'm kind of sick of hearing about it, to be honest, and I wouldn't go watch it.
I'm honestly at that point where it's like, yeah, I'm getting tired of it too.
The only people that still
what? Wait, what?
The only people that still care about the Montreal Screwjob are pissed off Bret Hart fans that want to go like, Vince and Earl screwed Bret. All right, Vince McMahon is going to play Karate Fighters.
Okay. I wouldn't be that surprised at the slightest. Oh.
Vince lost! Because he probably didn't know what a fucking karate fighter was.
What's this? Oh, boy.
Stone Crusher's blood is kicked to the pedestal. He's got an ego, Antonio. You are the royal.
Alright, what in the world?
King Mabel. He was the king of the ring that year.
Right.
Everybody remembers what King Mabel did to the Undertaker. Time and time and time again. Over and over. Of course, the Undertaker suffering that crushed face. As a result of all of that, what is the
Probably more pale. That's what he's going to look like.
Yeah. King Mabel didn't endear himself to many people with the way he injured people just jumping on him like that.
I like him better as Viscera. Whoa!
Yeah, again, I say to you, if that Bret Hart and Diesel segment didn't go longer, we'd probably just have two more, a second match like this. Personally, I'd rather just have the interview set up the better match for the pay-per-view.
Jeez.
Gee.
Oh my god.
You guys got a Canadian flag tattoo.
Nice. Like I said, I liked him better as Viscera. I literally just one of my favorite intros and theme is always the world's largest love machine.
Okay, so we have the one I found the one person that liked that gimmick.
I thought it was funny.
It's just
But
it was just weird to me, like seeing him go from like this creepy evil guy in the ministry to the world's largest love machine.
And the Godfather. Phone number no longer active.
Yeah, I could have called there and got some scoops, man. Kids under 18 must have parents' permission before calling, so at least they're being, being responsible about it.
So if I'm guilty that I like Viscera, then okay, what about the Godfather?
The Godfather didn't go from being directly, because I didn't know that the Godfather was Papa Shango until I got older. They didn't tell you that he was Papa Shango, but now he's the Godfather. It was just oh, okay, he's the Godfather now. Whereas Viscera was literally, he was creepy, and now he's the love machine.
No. The world's largest love machine.
You're right, Love Machine was Art Barr.
I don't care.
You should watch Art Barr. He was great.
Yeah. And sadly, in this very triggered culture world, we can't say hoes.
Well, but speaking of Art Barr, he was actually Eddie's tag team partner in Mexico.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He was the guy that... The reason A does the frog splash is because Art Barr did the frog splash. And then Art Barr passed away, so he took the frog splashes to honor him.
Nice. And the bear hug. Oh, nope. And the bear.
And it's over. Thank God.
Why are they talking about Cleveland?
Was Cleveland in the World Series that year?
Wait, yeah. The less said, the better. Oh, and more references that are very outdated.
Were they going to move the New York Jets or something?
Nope. I think it might have been a Winnipeg Jets joke. They were indeed moving in the 95-96 season.
Well, isn't that funny? Because Jerry Lawler's a Cleveland Browns fan, and they were probably moving probably during this time.
Oh, God.
I have the fake Bill Clinton again.
I wonder what would have happened if Clinton sent a cease and desist on the impersonation.
I think that's protected under parody law.
That's true, actually.
It would be no different. It's like why they're able to imitate presidents and presidential candidates on Saturday Night Live and Mad TV and stuff.
Yeah. I miss Mad TV. And that's not Psycho Sid. That's just Sid. Stop spitting on the camera.
Yeah. Just how bad is the bad guy? We're gonna find out.
Oh, okay, Let's go to commercial after we just came from commercial. Was Bart Gunn actually related to Billy or no?
No.
Okay. Just that's what I thought. Hey yo. God, we missed you, man.
It's before he said hey yo, but yeah. Hey yo.
Definitely in the top 5 best IC champs ever.
I'd say number 1. I'd say maybe him or Jericho number 1. But I think the only thing Jericho really
I
had.
was even almost thinking Shawn Michaels in it.
Nah, I wouldn't even go that far because Shawn's runs with the title were never that great. Like, I mean, they were good runs, but like he never like had a good loss with them. Like his best reign, he forfeited the title, so he never had like that good conclusion to end it. So that's what keeps Shawn out the top for me.
Mama. I feel bad for anyone who was in the front row that might have got burned from the pyro.
It was all in the ring, it looked like.
Yeah.
Can't be any worse than Ronda Rousey's pyro burning everybody at at the Royal Rumble last year.
Mm. I don't get it.
Don King was Mike Tyson's like promoter and manager.
Ah.
Shut up!
Oh, God. Okay, if there was ever top 10 best wrestling shut up, that'd be one of them. And number 1, every time Chris Jericho says, will you please shut the hell up?
He hasn't said that in a long time.
Oh boy, I would have loved to see that big boot if they didn't cut to the back of DiBiase's head. Oh, right on the chest.
Oh.
Nice choke slam.
Yeah, Razor was not a small man.
Okay, take the pin. Pin. Okay, then. That was a good choke slam.
Yeah. Sid wasn't great, but when he did some stuff well, it looked good.
Mm. Hey, and I'm with Jerry. I didn't see anything. No, I think Ted DiBiase is kind of bored.
Now's when I wish that it was Razor not wrestling Sid now, because I'm not saying Sid was incapable of good matches, but I am saying that Sid didn't always have the best matches. And unfortunately, this match with Razor is an example of that.
What is Gorilla Monsoon fighting?
What makes you say that?
They said, well, thanks to Gorilla Monsoon, he won't be the Intercontinental Champion. It's like, what, so is Gorilla fighting?
No, because Monsoon made it a non-title match. So he's the president. So thanks to Gorilla Monsoon, Sid will not be the Intercontinental Champion.
Okay. Oh. What do we got here?
We got the most overrated wrestler in the history of the world coming out.
And failed attempt at throwing a beer can or beer cup.
Yeah. Just wait till we get to those NWO Nitros with the sort of things that are going to get thrown in the ring.
Hey, there's a penny. Okay, then. I sense this match is kind of one-sided.
Yeah? Yeah, this one's getting a little hard to get through.
Yeah, this is kind of boring.
Yeah, Sid is not. Sid was not the didn't mesh well with Razor, and Razor's good, but just some people can have good matches with Sid, like Sean and Brett. Razor just wasn't one of those. Now that's cool that he's able to do that to Sid.
Here we go.
Can we get more sit-down interview with Brett and Diesel now, please? It is a longer main event than what we're used to from Monday Night Raw at this time.
Oh, look how close Sid almost broke his neck.
Well, with what we saw Sid do to Brian Pillman a few months ago.
Yep.
We haven't gotten... The problem with this match is, like, every time Razor's made a comeback, it's, like, not lasted very long to where you really believed in Razor again.
Oh, here we go.
Like, yeah, hopefully this is it now.
Please. Nope.
Okay, this is impressive.
There we go, got it.
Oh.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Whoa. Well then.
Hey, it's Canadian money too.
Oh God. Yeah, that's worth about $250 American. Oh, and what do you think? I just took the money. I mean, he needs something for a diner that he's going to.
Yeah.
Or just, he needs diner money.
He needs... That might be able to give him a little bit of weed later on.
Never heard of that town.
But Salisbury steak was created there. Scranton, Pennsylvania. That's where Dunder Mifflin is.
At a Catholic youth center. Oh boy.
When they were running shows at Catholic youth centers in Scranton. That's amazing. I love that. CWWF at a Catholic youth center in Scranton. Definitely wouldn't happen now.
That was like... it's Canadian money. It's not worth shit.
Every now and again, I still find a Canadian quarter or dime around.
Oh, I still see Canadian pennies in my register sometimes.
I just like find them like around the house, like, oh, hey, a dime, it's Canadian.
I just realized King's got a mullet.
Told you, we'd be seeing a lot of mullets.
Okay, whoa!
All right.
We're gonna end Raw, okay.
All right, so that was the Monday Night War. Which show did you prefer?
Both kind of felt weird, but I think match-wise, literally by a razor edge, WCW.
Yeah, they had two better matches.
Thank you, Eddie and Johnny B. Bad.
and Sting and Malenko. But yeah, I'm gonna have to agree.
Yes. Okay, my match tonight is
in ring. Nitro is definitely better, but I do think Raw, the Diesel and Brett stuff was really good. Going into the pay-per-view that would be coming for the WWF. So, but I still think that I'll go with Nitro as the better show. And that is it for us this week. We want to thank you for having a listen. If you enjoyed, please like, share, and subscribe for more content. Next time, it will be us watching Survivor Series 1995. See you then.